All right, that's everybody. All right, what's up, everyone? This is a new episode of Sports Harder coming at you live on this Tuesday,
Wednesday, bud.
Wednesday evening. You know, everything's all just like blending together. So, but we're back better, ready to rumble in the jungle, ready to talk about some sports that haven't been talked about in quite a long time. And gonna talk about some NFL stuff that's been going on. Gonna talk about the NBA finals. Gonna be talking about hockey playoffs, all everything all together. But as always, my co-host for the evening, Chris the Gorilla Binder,
What's up?
and L'America joining us again after a little bit of a hiatus there. Oh man, he dabbed it really. Like you're really gonna
Wow.
dab it.
Wow.
Gosh, I didn't know that this was a podcast for 12-year-old boys. My bad.
First of all, it's definitely a podcast for 12-year-old boys.
Oh my days. Gonna get us banned off of YouTube now. Gonna red flag us on YouTube now.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, well, let's just jump right into things and get going. I know everyone probably wants to start off with NBA finals, but I'm gonna go a different route and actually talk about my team and talk about the Rams and some of the stuff they've been doing here lately. Most recently, as of today, Cooper Kupp signs his extension with the Rams to make him, I think they said, like the sixth highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. But he's with us for another 5 years now. 75 million of it is guaranteed, I think, out of like the 80 million that he's getting.
110.
110. There you
Yeah,
go.
5 years, 110 million, which is 22 million a year.
So yeah, extending him and locking him in. Everyone's making a big deal about him wearing a Matthew Stafford jersey as he was signing his extension. I don't know why everyone was so focused on that, but I guess that was like a thing. Like even ESPN like reported on it. So, but that happening, and then of course the big man, AD Aaron Donald, getting what he wanted, which was to get paid and become the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. So, how do we feel about Cooper Kupp signing and Aaron Donald signing, solidifying them being on the Rams for at least another, Donald's at least another 3 years and Kupp for 5 years?
I think it was great for the Rams to do it. Kupp said flat out, I don't want one of those like echelon tier. I don't want to be the highest paid receiver because I want our team to win. So take that money and put it elsewhere. Mad respect for Cooper Kupp for that. Aaron Donald, at first the news came out that he signed a 2-year extension, and then it comes out that it wasn't a 2-year extension. They just gave him a raise on the 3 years that he already has on the contract. They jumped him up to where he gets like 95 million over the 3 years, as long as he plays. It's not fully guaranteed or anything, but they just gave him a pay raise, so it made him like 31.8 million or 31.7 million or something like that per year. So yeah, first non-quarterback to make over 30 million a year. And it's crazy because he's a defensive lineman. Like, you would think that like a wide receiver or a corner or a linebacker would actually get that kind of money, not a defensive lineman, but he is the most dominant defensive lineman in the history of the NFL.
What do you think, Larry, about the Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald extensions?
It's weird that Cooper Kupp is not the highest paid wide receiver. It's a very weird thing to think about. But I don't know. It was good moves when you break it down. I mean, the Rams, Donald's new deal actually saved the Rams cap space, which is just wild. There was the whole trade. They made all these trades to go to the Super Bowl, so it was Super Bowl or bust. And now you've lost Von Miller, but you still have 99.9% of your team.
Lost Von Miller and got Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, it's sixes. Donald got what he deserved. Cooper got what he deserved, and we'll see what actually happens. If it's, I feel like it's kind of another Super Bowl or bust type of season, though. Odell apparently is coming back, according to McVay, when he said, "If he crashed my wedding, you got to re-sign with the Rams," which I thought was really wild. You know, I don't know if you guys listened to McVay talk about it, but he was talking about his wedding, and I thought it was funny because he's all, "My mom met Odell, and she just said he's so handsome in person," and I was like, "Yeah, I guess." But
He's
no,
a pretty boy.
he is. I think the Rams, though, it's another Super Bowl year or bust, and they got the pieces to do it. They've been lacking a quarterback, and I think Matthew Stafford is going to be the whole game changer for them. They'll at least be in the finals every year, the conference championships, for at least 3-4 more years.
They're the NFC team to beat, that's for sure.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
don't
Like,
think there's really
who in the
any team in the
NFC
NFC
kind of stands in our way right now?
No, Tampa Bay, I guess, is the only team that's really going to be up there.
Mm.
We'll see what Rodgers does with Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers saying in a report that he is like 100% like sure that he's going to retire a Packer, and to me it's just like, why do you even have to say that? Like, you got the big deal that you wanted, like you got the big contract, so of course you're going to retire a Packer. Like,
yeah,
like I don't know why he had to point that out and be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to retire a Packer.
Well, because
like,
the trade speculation for the last 3 years.
But he got his big deal, so I mean, it's just like, there's nothing to do with that anymore.
He's got a great deal, but at the end of the day, who does he have on his team again? Like that's always been the problem around Green Bay, is they don't have a complete team to go anywhere. And yeah, sure, Rodgers can throw touchdowns. You just lost the league's best wide receiver. Yeah, Cooper Kupp's Triple Crown. That's great. Devontae Adams has consecutively been the number one wide receiver in the NFL, and you just lost him to Derek Carr and the Raiders. Like, no offense to the Raiders, but like, let's be honest. Would you rather play with Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr? Like, there's a level of betterness there, but there's nobody around. There's nobody else around Rodgers, and that was a big reason why even if Rodgers didn't get his deal, Adams still leaves. But
yeah, no, Rodgers actually came out and said he had a talk with Adams, and Adams just said, "I'm done. I don't want to play here. I need to do what's best for my family. What's best for my family is moving to Vegas." And like, the Packers offered him more money than the Raiders did. Like, he would have made more money than Tyreek Hill.
That is just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like our division just got a lot easier. But
your division got a lot easier?
Yeah, without Tyreek? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without
the Chiefs are going to be screwed. They think Juju's a replacement for Tyreek. Come on now.
Nobody on that squad. There's not a number 2 receiver on there.
No. They lost Pringle. They have McCole Hardman, but he's good for 300 yards.
Receiver on there.
He's good for 300 yards.
The number 2 wide receiver is a tight end.
No, Travis
that's
Kelce,
their number 1.
You have nobody else on that squad.
They do have Josh Gordon, if they can get Josh Gordon of old. Like, that's going to be the thing, is can you get Josh Gordon of old?
Brady's had Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon ain't shit, dude. I hate to break it to them.
Marijuana's got Josh Gordon.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the NFC, though, is the Rams division. It's theirs to lose. I mean, Tampa Bay's obviously going to be a contender, and the Rams have to figure out how to beat the Niners more than just when it counts.
And then, I don't know, the Eagles could be a surprise out of the NFC.
I hope the Jets.
That's AFC.
Oh, the Jets are AFC, huh?
Yeah.
They're in New York.
Yeah, is the AFC, but I mean, we'll be able to do like our bold predictions at the beginning of the season for who we think is going to take divisions and stuff like that. But I kind of agree with Chris. I think the Eagles are going to sneak up and win their division this year, to be honest. So kind of a little bit of a spoiler there.
Do they have AJ Brown?
Yeah, dude.
But they don't have a quarterback.
The It's going to be between Dallas and Philly. Who's a better quarterback, Dak or Hurts?
I mean,
Hurts.
Dak is at least proven. I mean, we don't really know with Hurts yet.
Yeah, so I mean, the Giants suck. To be honest, whatever the Washington football team is.
They have
The
Carson Wentz and
Commanders,
Terry
yeah.
McLaurin, so they might be a little scary this year.
Yeah, but they have Carson Wentz at quarterback.
Yeah. He's not a terrible quarterback. He's
It's
not
like a
elite.
Fitzpatrick.
He is not elite, but he's probably, I'd say he's in the top half.
Probably ranks like 22nd. Where I'd put him.
I would put him like 16th or 17th, honestly.
I mean, he's no Deshaun Watson, so.
Well, Deshaun Watson hasn't fucking snapped a ball in 3 years.
Dude.
But
We
yeah,
were
he's
just
still
talking about
ranked
how
as the
great
number
of a deal
5
he got,
freaking
though,
quarterback in the league.
Deshaun Watson gets traded to the Browns on some crazy amount of money. I can't remember what it was. It was a 5-year, like what, $220 million deal or some crap.
202.
This dude gets a $200 million deal, not snapping a ball for an entire season, and you guarantee him the money. I'm sorry, there's no better quarterback in the NFL than Deshaun Watson and his agents. He not played for an entire year and is arguably one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL.
He's second highest right now.
Play this season.
He's second highest behind Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, it's crazy, man. The NFL is wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, they still haven't officially made any statements if he's gonna get suspended or not.
No, there is something that came out of some of the investigation, though.
The New York Times.
That the Texans actually covered up a bunch of the text messages and stuff between him and the massage therapists.
Oh gosh.
The Texans knew about it before they traded him, so there's going to be some sanctions on the Texans.
Oh gosh.
Of course. So weird.
We live in a time where you can rape 60 women and get paid $200 million to sit on your ass.
Hey, there's been no proof of that yet, so let's just let the justice system do its due diligence here. Hey, dude, I'm a firm believer. Innocent until proven guilty. Look at the dude with Denver. I got a text from Matt talking shit about him getting in trouble for a domestic. And I said,
Jerry
hey,
Judy?
yeah. And I said, no, dude, we'll see. And sure enough, nothing came out of it. He was a bystander, but no problems or anything. So, I mean,
yeah, they dropped all his charges.
Guilty, dude.
Matt, we lost your audio on.
Matt,
we lost your audio on the video.
You have no audio on here.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
I did throw some shade. I did throw some shade at Larry about it, and as well threw some shade at the Raiders at the same time by messaging Larry and saying, "Yeah, you don't want to pull a Vegas right now." Like, as many people has gotten arrested on the Las Vegas Raiders team.
Do you know what though? Like, they actually did a count of how many players have been arrested in the NFL. The number one team was the Indianapolis Colts in the last 20 years.
Dude, like the Raiders were like number 11th.
Yeah, the Broncos were number 2.
Yeah.
But I'm like, who there actually got arrested? Like, I don't remember hearing anything about it. The difference is the Broncos get arrested for smoking weed because they're in Colorado. The Raiders get arrested for driving 200 miles an hour and killing a 20-year-old. I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean that all of that, like, you know. Oh, do we lose connection with Larry?
No, he's laughing and doesn't want to do it on his camera.
Bum bum bum. Oh, maybe we'll get him back. Okay.
I'm here.
Well, one thing I did want to point out, since we were bringing up the Broncos as well. The Broncos, obviously, the Denver Broncos selling their franchise, selling their team to
Walmart Blue, baby.
to I was gonna say, I
Walmart.
guess apparently the Walmart or the family that started Walmart.
Yep, the Walton family.
Yep.
Oh, game really quick. Game 3 right now, 115-100. Celtics are up with 2 minutes left.
Should be,
It's gonna be a series.
yeah. I was gonna,
It's 1-1
I was gonna
right
say
now.
playing in Boston right now is helping them.
They won one, and they won the game one though in San Francisco in the Bay, wherever they play Oakland.
Yeah,
They actually pay in San Francisco now.
Oh, in San Francisco.
Yeah, they built a new stadium in San
Francisco. So, anyways, yeah. So the Broncos, selling the team. It's like for like the highest amount for like a franchise team, I guess, for being sold for like in sports.
Like $4.8 billion.
4.65 billion.
I thought it was 4.8. That was the initial that came out, was 4.8.
So, well, what's his face, I guess, for the 76ers, one of the owners of the 76ers offered $5 billion for it. And it kind of got to the point where they said no, and they took the Walton family one. Which is just, I don't know. The great value team of the AFC West strikes again, you know?
Well, I mean, having a new owner, I don't know how much difference that's going to make with anything. So,
Well, I think the one thing is having an owner. So, I mean, I believe the Denver getting sold is the most a franchise has ever sold for in all sports across the books. Every sport, any professional sport, the Broncos are literally the most expensive franchise that's ever been bought. So, I mean, that's got to say something. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool having an owner with this much money, like Jerry Jones money, basically. So maybe we get a new stadium.
Didn't you just get Empower State? Oh wait, you burnt it down.
No, that was Mile High, and now that's the thing is Empower. There was that whole thing going on with Empower that I guess their name only has like 3 more years on the lease, and it's going to be a whole other thing because it was Sports Authority filled. And then it went to now it's Empower, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah,
they just need to go back to Mile High Stadium. Like that shit, that meant something. You know, it's not.
Well, it's Empower Field at Mile High Stadium is what it's called.
Yeah,
which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It should just be Mile High Stadium. Just keep it as that. That's been a staple for the Denver Broncos for 60 years. You know, keep it there, but rebuild the damn thing.
We'll see what they do. I mean, who knows? He's the richest owner in the NFL now. So we'll see what actually happens with that. But I don't know. I've been watching that Russ connection, and Russ is looking good. And just the vibes coming out of that locker room right now is so different than with Locke.
Really?
Yeah.
His very first pass was his very first pass in practice. Justin Simmons intercepted his ass.
Yeah, he did. It's Justin Simmons, bro. What do you expect?
But that doesn't bode well for your confidence in your quarterback.
Oh, dude, I have so much confidence. Like, I guarantee you right now we make the playoffs. Playoffs or bust, dude. That's it.
Good luck with that.
All I know is the Chargers are going to be 4th in the division.
I think it's going to be a really close race this year. I would laugh if the Chiefs fall to the bottom of the division.
I think the Chiefs end up 2nd.
I think the Chargers have an offense that could do something, and that's what makes them scary. As a football fan, Justin Herbert is on the cusp of becoming a Matthew Stafford with Detroit Lions. Is being able to put up great numbers year after year, but never win.
He's a Phillip Rivers. That's all he is.
I think he's better than Rivers. I think
he is
a lot. He's a Matthew Stafford. You put Justin Herbert into a Rams offense, watch that dude go to the Super Bowl. Put him in any. I'm serious though. Herbert has the Chargers don't have anything, but that's why I think they get wins is because of their offense looks good, and they spent a lot of money this offseason. Their defense looks really good. The only thing I think changes is the way the Raider plays. If the Raiders can't do more with Devontae Adams, then I mean you just failed, because you already have a 1 and 2 receiver in Oakland or in Vegas. You have a decent run game. You have a decent quarterback who can pull it out. Although I didn't know how many interceptions they gave up last year, the turnover ratio for the defense of the Raiders was crazy. And
Yeah.
You got Adams, which is cool, but if your defense can't stop anybody, what's the point?
That's been the problem. That's why they upgraded so much on defense.
You need to get a Walmart defense, bud. That's what you need to do. Yeah. We're going to be rolling back them quarterbacks. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, my God.
See, I'm not worried about your defensive line, man. That secondary is probably the best secondary in the fucking league.
I think if our D-line could actually get pressure this year, we're a top 5 defense every year. And if we could get consistent pressure this year, I think Denver just wins games solely on defense.
Let's be real. You're a top 5 passing defense every year.
Oh,
yes, you're a top 5 defense every year, but you're not even top 10 in rushing defense.
No, I think last year we were 14th in rushing.
Yeah. But you were like second in passing.
Yeah, we were second passing. I mean, we stopped the run, get back to the no-fly zone era where we were stopping and stuff and everything. But who knows? All I know is we're going to the playoffs, baby. Also, what is it, Christmas Day? The Broncos play the Rams on Christmas Day.
I could, honest to God, see all 4 of the teams from the AFC West actually making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another division that's stacked like they are in the AFC. I don't think there's any of the other teams that can step up as a wild card.
Look at any team in the NFL. There's no division stacked as hard as our division is this year. Yeah. The Rams might have had it with Seattle if they were able to compete. The Niners are usually there. The Cardinals are there. But now Russ is gone in Seattle and Drew Lock is your starting quarterback. And you're having issues with DK Metcalf, who's not playing right now. He's not even practicing because he hasn't got his contract extension. There's a whole thing
he's practicing.
Where
he's actually practicing.
Is he practicing?
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm here to play a game. My agents and the GM can figure that shit out. I don't care. I'm here to play a game. Yeah. If they decide not to pay me, then I'm not going to play. But I'm here for my team.
But so I mean, the Rams, that division was at the NFC North or whatever it is. You guys the East.
Yeah.
NFC West.
Yeah.
Or West, whatever. That division was such a tough division, but losing Russell Wilson made it easier. Kyler Murray not knowing if he wants to even play football anymore because he's tired of getting hit. Like, who knows what happens to that division? It's going to be between you and the Niners, I believe, this year. And when it comes, and those are 2 of the toughest teams, but all of football, I say the AFC West is the hardest division in the NFL. Right?
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, if you look at our division, like you said, the Seahawks, they don't have Russell Wilson anymore. That defense is way past Legion of Boom time. You know, the Cardinals, like you said, Murray, I don't know if he's really an elite quarterback, and Hopkins is suspended for the first 6 games. I mean, you know, and then
but hey, they got AJ Green,
who gives up in the middle of a route. And then
did AJ Green just sign with
what's up?
Yeah, he signed a 2-year contract when he went over.
The 49ers, they, you know, Debo doesn't know if he's going to be playing for them, and then you know, who's the 49ers quarterback? Is it going to be Jimmy G? They acted like they didn't want him, but then no one would take him, so it's just like they're kind of stuck with him. Or are they going to move on to Trey Lance, who is an unproven quarterback? So that whole division, the only one that's actually like solid and good and not having any issues is the Rams. Like that's about it.
Here's a valid question for you, Matt. Your team won the Super Bowl last year.
They did indeed.
Right? Name a team in the AFC West that you're comfortable playing against.
Probably the Chiefs. That's about it. And Well, the Chiefs, because their defense,
Why?
their
Why
defense
the
has
Chiefs?
never been that great. The offense always bailed them out most of the time. But I would say the Chiefs and the Broncos, because I mean the Broncos are in that as well, right? It's the Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, right?
Chargers.
So yeah, probably the Broncos as well. I'd feel comfortable playing them because, I mean, Russell Wilson trying to get away from having to play against Aaron Donald, and then the NFL's like, nah, we're gonna have you play on Christmas Day against them. So
He's got a better O line in Denver than Seattle. Not much better, but it's better.
I just like that Garrett Bowles came out and was like, Russ, you're never gonna get touched. And then he's like, oh shit, we gotta play the Rams.
I will say I love Garrett Bowles' confidence, though. The dude went from one of the worst offensive tackles in the league to he was rated number 3 last year. Like the dude, he gave up 1 sack all of last year was due to him. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, talk about completely changing your career. Like, he was done. It was basically play well or you're done, and now he's one of the best offensive line in the NFL. I don't know. I think the Rams, all I know is one of our Christmases is going to suck.
yeah, that is true.
I think it's a week before Christmas or 2 weeks before Christmas. Matt and I are going to try to go out to the Rams game if we can afford it.
Good luck. For the Super Bowl, they're going to be expensive now.
Rams Raiders, yeah. But if I can get flights for pretty cheap and then like a cheap ass hotel
in LA,
yeah.
Screw it. Fly back that same night.
You can find cheap hotels. Same night.
Screw it.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to LA or Vegas, right? Just fly there for the game, fly home.
Yeah. Same day flights.
Exactly.
No,
there'll be so much
getting
travel.
out of a stadium is so fucking ridiculous. It takes so long.
Dude, we Ubered when my dad went to the Broncos Raider game. We Ubered out of this, like we left, went to a side road about a mile from the stadium and Ubered. It still took our Uber driver an hour to get there.
Yeah, it still takes forever.
I will say though, the new Vegas stadium, there's nothing like going to a game there now. Like, that's so fucking intense. Like, they have the beer gardens by the Luxor and the MGM. And then everybody goes there, hangs out until it's like an hour before kickoff. And then everybody walks across the bridge. They shut it all down. So no vehicle traffic anywhere near that bridge. Everybody walks across the bridge, goes in the stadium, and then you walk back after the game. On the way there, I was walking behind Charles Woodson and didn't even know it.
Nice.
He had like a mask on and his hat and everything, so you couldn't really see his face, but I was walking behind him and he actually posted this video of the game, like him walking across, and he was like shouting Raiders and stuff and holding up his phone, and like I'm right behind him. I'm like, you motherfucker. I could have met Charles Woodson.
The about COVID games though, dude, is people having to wear a mask. These celebs could get away with it. Nobody knew who you were.
Yeah. Nobody knew who Charles Woodson was. Like, nobody said anything to him. There's a whole bunch of people.
Of a dude's face, dude.
Well, and he had a hat down.
Yeah.
So he couldn't see anything.
Yelling Gators. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Well, dude, he played for the Raiders. He's a huge Raider fan.
Yeah, I get that. Didn't he play for Green Bay too?
He did. He won a Super Bowl with Green Bay.
He's won Super Bowl, yep.
Didn't he win one with the Raiders too?
Huh?
Didn't he win one with when they were Oakland?
Nope. Made it to the Super Bowl.
Because Oakland
lost to Tampa.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, we lost to Tampa. And the year before that was the Tuck rule. And the year after that, we got beat out by the Ravens. And Ray Lewis, man. We lost to fucking Trent Dilfer.
Oh, speaking of the Rams, I just watched that Underdog movie the other night. The Kurt Warner
movie was amazing.
Right?
It was such a good movie.
I always knew the dude was a grocery bagger in a store. But the fact that you didn't play football for 3 years, you blew your opportunity with Green Bay with Brett Favre and Ty Detmer, which was just wild. You blow your opportunity, go play arena football, go to the Rams, and just have to basically fight your ass off for a spot. That was just impressive all around. And the reason why I bring that up is because I think the greatest show on turf 2.0 is this season. They have not
can see
been
it.
that good since they were in St. Louis. And the Rams that movie I think just really helped them win.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just a phenomenal movie, and it just makes me scared of the Rams even more.
Well, yeah, I mean, last year I felt like it was kind of once we got OBJ and stuff like that, it kind of felt the same, especially the way Cooper Kupp was playing. Like, I mean, you win the Triple Crown. I mean, that hasn't happened since friggin' Steve Smith, and so and old
Well, and you guys have Allen Robinson now. Like everybody overlooks Allen Robinson. That dude had 1,000-yard seasons with Mitch Trubisky. What the fuck is that other the Bears quarterback that really sucked? Rex Grossman.
Did he play with Grossman?
I think he played his first year with the Bears was Grossman's last year.
Hey, I'll be right back. One of my
Fair
kids is crying.
Oh, but he had 1,000-yard
Yeah.
seasons with them. He had 1,000-yard seasons on the with not Gardner Minshew, the guy that was before him. Blaine Gabbert. He had 1,000-yard season with Blaine Gabbert, and now he has Matt Stafford. That dude's gonna go
Yeah.
off.
I was gonna say, like, he's definitely gonna be my like sly fantasy pick this year. Like if I can get him, I'm just gonna be like, whoop, and just snag him right up.
Wait, I won't be number one pick
It's
this year. Huh?
random. It doesn't go by how
Lame.
well you did. Every year it's just randomized.
You
What?
should do it though. Base it
On record?
how you did.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could do it that way. I just always found it was better to do it randomized just because technically most of the years, unfortunately, the team that did the worst usually quit like mid-season and then they don't come back and then I have to replace them anyways. So it's just like the person who's coming
Yeah.
in new gets like a number 1 or number 2 pick, and I just never thought that was very fair, Kind of just
Yeah. By the way, my brother Josh, he's in for
again
next year.
or that
Yeah.
was I thought it was like a cousin or something, or
He was
no,
a-
it was your brother-in-law.
It's my brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad that he's at least solidified his spot. I think I need to fill like 1 or 2 spots next year, so I still need to find some people. But hopefully, too, I want to do something at Pins and Ales and do like a draft party in one of the conference rooms and have some fun with that. So, gonna try
That'd be
to
cool.
do something like that, and you'll bring the belt in and show it off and whatnot, and we'll get things going. You reaching over for it. There you go.
But see, I can also rub this in your face as well.
That is true.
I'm a double champion, man.
Oh shit! You finally win the pick'ems the year that we do a freaking prize for it. Well, not a prize because we always did pop bets, but like now we have an official thing that we can like pass down each time. So the year you finally
Yep.
win it, of course.
Well, the funny thing about it is, I told you at the beginning of the year I was winning both.
Yeah, you called your shot early for that one.
Yes,
Maybe
I
we can
did.
get Maybe
Larry
we can
wants
get
this
Larry
next
in
year,
on
huh?
it because
You want this next year, Larry?
for fantasy
What's that?
football for coming up for
This
this
is the
year.
champion, fantasy football champion.
Oh yeah, if you want to just give it to me now,
Nope.
save your time.
You got to get past the real champ now. I'm going for the two-peat
Who's that?
right here, buddy.
My team name is Too Hot to Handle, bro.
My team name's Car Insurance.
That's so dumb. Oh my god. You're such a dad. I hate you. Oh man.
Oh, shoot.
Oh. Mine's gonna be the Walmart.
The Walmart donkeys.
Yeah. The Walmart Supercenter. That's the field name. That's what it is. It'll be like half of a grocery store.
Actually,
Walmart Empire Field at Mile High.
that's a mouthful. I should change mine
Yeah.
to like My cup overfloweth or something
Jesus.
like that.
Oh,
KUPP.
that's just
No,
gonna be that change.
I think I'm changing my name this year to the Carte Connection.
What's that, Mom? Oh, I gotta get off. I can't do this anymore. Okay. My mom said your name's so bad. I gotta go.
Hey, that's that's what gets us the views right there, the names. But for an update with the NBA finals, final score: Celtics 116, Warriors 100.
That means no team, neither one of them scored because it was 116 to 100 at 2 minutes. Neither team scored in the final 2 minutes of the game.
It was very defensive. I watched.
Yeah.
It.
I don't think that's ever really happened in the finals, where no team scored in the final 2 minutes of a game. That's insane, especially Steph Curry.
Well, yeah. So let's talk about the finals real quick and kind of our predictions for the rest of the way. Obviously, with tonight's game, the Celtics go up 2-1 on them with the next game in Boston as well. It's one of those things where game one is, to me, in my opinion, was a fluke. The 99% of the time, the Celtics are not going to make 9 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. They're not a 3-point team, and you're not going to out 3-point shoot the Warriors. And the Warriors proved that in game 2 when they blew them out of the water. So this game, it seems like when I was watching it, I went to B-Dubs with my wife and daughter, and we were watching it there. And at B-Dubs, it seemed like the Celtics were more physical, and they were like very like driving to the paint, trying to cause fouls, like bumping them, pushing them. Like they were getting physical and rough with the Warriors. And Steph Curry had like 4 fouls after like at half. Like he was in foul trouble very quickly at the beginning. And I think if the Celtics are going to win it, that is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to be more physical and dominant against them and beat them up, like literally beat them up to be able to win this series, because they're not going to outshoot them like they did in game 1. Like I said, 99% of the time, the way it finished in game 1 doesn't finish that way. Like the Celtics can't repeat that again. Like,
Well, maybe the Celtics got that 1% this year.
Well, here's the thing right now. So the paint and the points in the paint, the Warriors had 26, the Celtics had 52. The Warriors had 11 second chance points, Celtics had 22. 15 offensive rebounds for the Sixers or for the Celtics, and 6 offensive rebounds for the Warriors. The Warriors can shoot the 3 all day, but if you don't have anybody, Jason Tatum goes to he drives, and Steph Curry guarding Jason Tatum is not going to work out on either way. Marcus Smart, I mean, him and Clay match up well, but that's the thing. Like you're saying, is when it comes to 3-point shooting, it's an anomaly to outshoot the Warriors. Like that's just what they do. But when you drive to the hole and you're getting 2-point conversions, you can't beat that. If you can't stop them, they're going to keep going. Like you said, you get in foul trouble. That's all you have to do for a team to beat a shooting team. Drive to the hole, make them play defense, and watch them fall on their ass. You lost by 16 points tonight. I think they lost by, was it 18 in the first game? I mean, it's all about physicality, and Clay was shooting threes tonight. They were all hitting threes. Going to the hole, though. That's just what gets you there. 3-point plays, offensive rebounds. I hope the Celtics win. I really do. And I hate Boston sports.
Yeah, I hate Boston sports too. But I hate New York sports more. I hate the Yankees. Hate the Yankees.
I just can't stand Draymond Green.
No, he's a mouthy motherfucker. I want to fight him. I want to fight him.
He is such a good defensive player. But
Matt's laughing because I want to fight everybody.
Much, yeah.
But for real though, you get me in a ring with him, I'm gonna hit him. I might lose, but I'm gonna hit him.
Well, you're almost as tall as him.
That has nothing. Yeah, no, I just ripped.
So you got the reach.
Dick twist, dude. Got the dick and twist it.
No, here's a question for you though. If the Celtics win, that puts Curry at what, 2-2?
Oh,
In the
Curry's
finals?
won like 3
Is it?
or 4 already.
I
I
don't
think
think
he's
he's
won
won
at least
4.
3.
I don't know.
they've only lost once, right?
They've
They've
lost
lost
twice because
twice.
they beat the
They lost
Cavs once, and
twice
then
to
they
LeBron.
lost against them once that year. They came back. The Cavs came back from 3-1, and then the
Yeah.
Raptors beat them when everyone was
That's
injured
right.
though. Like KD was injured and like Clay was injured. That series wasn't really that fair.
Professional team with professional players lost to a professional team with professional players. I don't believe in that injury bullshit. You were obviously good enough to be drafted in the NBA. You're good enough to play.
I mean, that is one way to look at it. I don't know if I fully agree on that, especially for a sport like that. If you have 3 of your main starters go out, but I do understand what you're saying though. The next man up. But then they
So yeah, he's won 3: 2015, 2017, and 2018.
won
So
3
he's
and
won
lost
3.
2.
So here's my question. So they've lost 2. Here's my question. If they lose to the Celtics, does that hurt Steph Curry's nomination for first ballot Hall of Fame?
That's kind of a tough way to answer. And the reason I say that is look at LeBron James. Is LeBron James not a first ballot Hall of Famer?
But LeBron James has broken like so many damn records, it's not even funny.
So is Steph.
And just the name alone is going to get him in the Hall of Fame. That's the thing.
But I'm talking about what he does on the court. Look
I
at
think
how
he's a
many
garbage
finals-
fucking player.
What is he? 6-4. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Steph Curry's 3-3. If he stops playing, I see him getting first ballot regardless, unless he goes negative. If he goes 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, then yeah, he's not a first ballot.
Jordan actually said flat out that he doesn't think Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's a Hall of Famer in the same way that Ray Allen's a Hall of Famer. You're the greatest three-point shooter to ever play the game, but also his championship games, the finals games that he has won, he has played outstanding.
Yeah.
He is the star of that show. He is the Matthew Stafford of that team.
Yeah, I say if he doesn't win this one, I think he's still like a Hall of Famer just based on his numbers and going that many times. Like,
I'm not saying he won't be a Hall of Famer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, would he be a first ballot Hall of Famer if he
I think he
loses?
still should be if he loses. I think if you're a transitional player, because there's not too many people that you can say is transcendent, like changed the game, like how it was played. Like Steph is one of those players. Like like you can't compare like wins and losses for like NBA finals. I mean, Charles Barkley, like he never even won an NBA finals, but yet he got into the Hall of Fame. And I know you said first ballot, I get that, but it's one of those things where I think since he transcended the game and changed how people play against him, and he made the Warriors literally a dynasty. Like when they won that 3, that was 3 that they had won out of 4 years. Like that's a dynasty. Like I think you should be a first ballot Hall of Famer when you make a team a dynasty. No matter what happens after that in your career.
This is his 6th finals appearance in the last 8 years.
Since 2015. 7 years.
Yeah.
He's been 6 times.
Yeah. I mean,
the only year he didn't go was last year
when he was hurt. When the Warriors were hurt. He came
So
back
yeah,
and
no, this
played.
would be 8 years. This would be 8 years because you
Yeah,
count
this would be-
2015. So he
Right.
hasn't gone for 2 years. He had Klay Thompson hurt, and then he was hurt.
Yeah, that was the 2
Yeah.
years that they were at the bottom of the league, literally, and they got high draft picks. So, and then they,
Yep.
That's why I don't think the Warriors aren't like. That's why Steph is a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's it. You just he doesn't play, they don't go to the finals.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's true. So I definitely agree. I think the Warriors still pull it off. To be honest, I don't think the Warriors let the Celtics do what they're doing and continue doing it, or they're going to get hot with the threes and then just go from there, and they'll blow them out of the water like they did in Game 2. So I think it goes 7, but I think the Warriors take it. So that's my prediction. So let's hear your guys's.
I think the Celtics take it in 6.
Season 6.
The Celtics in 6. So you guys both think the Celtics?
Yeah, I think Celtics will take the next
regardless.
game. I think the Celtics will win the next game
Yeah,
because they're in Boston.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win. They're going to go back to Golden State. Golden State's going to win. And then they're going to come back to Boston for Game 6, and they're going to win.
Yeah, I think that's if it goes 7 games, I still hope Boston wins. And a lot of it, I like Steph. I like Clay. I like Andrew Bogut. I loved all those guys. Draymond Green is an elite defensive player. I just can't fucking stand the dude. I can't. And it's
Marcus Smart's a better defender.
What really made me mad was when I was watching the game and he fouled that guy and he said, "Oh, I was going for the ball." Dude, in slow motion after watching it a million times, he grabbed the dude's arms and threw him down. And he's mad that he got a technical and then immediately goes on and makes a podcast right after he gets thrown out of the game. And I was just like, you know what, dude, you have no class. You talk a bunch of shit, but like you literally threw somebody on the ground who was completely in the air and said the technical and that you said it was it should have been a tech. Like
should have been a flagrant, not a tech.
Yeah, that's what it was, a flagrant. And you're
because
mad
you're
that
like
it's a flagrant
you
foul?
are knowledgeably injuring somebody.
He's talking right now. He's got 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and fouled out. And he's still talking his talk. That's what irritates the shit out of me. Is there's no humbleness to the guy. He's a very egotistical, and I don't mind that out of a lot of players. I love the dudes who talk a trash. I love it. When dudes that talk like that, I love every minute of it because you're good. But when you fuck up, own that shit. That's why I don't like what's his face. What's his name? He plays for Memphis now. I can't
John
remember his
Morant.
name. No. Maybe not. Maybe it's the Timberwolves. It's Minnesota. I can't think of his name, but he's just saying they're just dirty players, and they never own up to it. Oh, that's the way we're supposed to play the game. Nah, dude, not anymore. This ain't the 80s. This isn't the early 90s basketball era where you can throw bows and think it's fine. So Draymond Green is the whole reason why I want. If he wasn't playing in the finals, I might cheer for Stephen Clay, but he's playing in them, so go
Hey.
Boston.
Fair enough.
And
The three biggest
Let's
trash
say something,
talkers
man.
the three biggest trash talkers known to the NBA could back their game up. That was
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe Bryant. And then people would trash talk them, and they'd be like, "All right, I'll show you what's up." But Kevin Garnett, 7-foot guy who had the skills of a fucking point guard. Like,
yeah, he's like Jokic, dude.
that dude was ridiculous. But those three guys could back it up. They
Yeah.
would talk trash, come out and drop 40 points. Draymond talks trash, comes out and drops 10 points. Like, come on, dude.
He's great defensively, though. Like, that's the thing. I will not take away his defensive credit. He is phenomenal, but he plays very dirty most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. He tries to purposely
But it's
rile
just-
people up on the other team just to get under their skin and throw them off their game. So
I don't mind.
mean,
It's the arrogance. It's the arrogance that follows.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
no, that's fair enough. So I guess to wrap things up, then all into a nice little bow. We'll end with talking some NHL because we had a team already advance. No, we haven't had a team advance in the NHL.
That's not what I'm talking about. We had one thing that we were going to do. The top 3 receivers,
Oh.
remember? going into the
Yeah,
league.
I was gonna say, I was like trying to think if I want to just like save that for a whole like when we do our predictions of like who's gonna win the division and stuff like that, or if we wanted to do it now.
We can wait.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
was thinking it'd be nice just to include it with all that stuff that we do before the season starts, like our bold predictions, and we can go into more than just the top 3 wide receivers too. We can go into like quarterbacks and dark horse MVPs, or not necessarily even dark horses, but just MVP leaders, all that jazz like we normally do, and kind of go from there. But yeah, with the NHL, the first team to advance to the Stanley Cup finals is the Avalanche, Colorado. So Colorado Avalanche. I'm trying to look at the scores here because they're the first team to make it through, but then and they swept the Oilers, which is crazy.
Yeah, they did.
The last game was pretty close, but the other ones, they were just like straight up shootouts. I was like, does anybody want to block a goal? Like, does anybody want to be a goalie? Like, I think one final score was like 6-7 or something like that. I was just like, holy hell, like what the heck is happening? But they are a very offensive team anyways. Like, since I've seen them and their scores, they always seem to have like high scores in their series. The team that they'll be waiting for is either going to be the New York Rangers or the Tampa Bay Lightning. That series is now tied up. It looks like New York was going to freaking blow Tampa out of the water. They went up in the series 2-0, and then now they've lost 2 straight. So now the series is tied 2-2. So out of the Lightning and the Rangers, do you think the Lightning have the momentum now, or the Rangers can still like finish it out?
I think the Lightning. They have the experience of going to the Stanley Cup Finals. They have the experience of winning the Stanley Cup Finals. The Rangers haven't done it since Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, I don't know anything about hockey except that the Avalanche won. That's
You're
all
a Denver boy through and through, aren't you?
I figured if I'm going to like sports, I like Colorado sports. And although my favorite baseball team is the Yankees and then the Rockies.
Well, I'm sorry that you're a Yankees fan,
Gross.
especially after Donaldson calling that White Sox player Jackie, calling him Jackie Robinson. That
You heard about that, Larry?
I don't watch anything about baseball either.
Yeah, he dropped a racial slur to one of the players on.
he told him, he said, "Calm down,
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson." Yeah, and then later tries to play it
And
off
he
as
tried
a
to come out and go.
compliment that he was comparing him to Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
All right.
He got suspended for what, 2 games for it?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's
I
it?
don't think he really got much in trouble because he like apologized. But
Baseball's always been a racist sport, though.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
Yeah.
honest, man. You got a bunch of pedophiles and murderers and in the NFL, and the baseball's just got racists. And now
And nothing better to do when they're sitting around for fucking 4 hours.
Well, dude, it's this Hispanic, and like I don't mean to bunch them all up, but like the Colombians, the Cubans, like they just came in and just destroy baseball, bro. I play softball on Wednesday nights. I was watching this team, bunch of Hispanic dudes, and it's not even fun watching them because they're so goddamn good. Like it's just crazy. And so of course you're gonna get a white guy who's gonna drop a racial slur. He feels like he's being kicked out of his league, but at the end of the day, dude, you don't say that shit. But and apparently in baseball, he gets a 2-game suspension, and that's wild. You do that in the NBA, well, you're selling the team you own. So,
or you do that in the NFL, and you get fired as a coach, and you have to you can never work in the NFL again, and
yeah,
you have to sue the NFL.
Your whole career's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's done. But
It's
in baseball,
done.
it's like, you know what? Hey, come back tomorrow. You can play.
A little slap on the wrist.
you got a 2-game suspension, but we have a doubleheader today, so you'll be able to play tomorrow.
We'll see you on the play tomorrow. Like, come on, baseball.
Right.
Well,
Baseball
yeah,
sucks.
we'll cover more of baseball and what's going on with that. There's some stuff that's been happening. Some mid-season coach firings already. Phillies coach getting fired. Angels coach getting fired. I think Angels are on like a record 13-game losing streak or something like that right now. So, definitely some.
Yeah, 13 games.
So definitely some stuff.
But they're still in second place in
They're
the
still
AL
in second
West.
place.
Yeah, above Texas, Seattle,
Damn.
and Oakland.
That's
After
impressive.
losing 13 straight.
Yeah. I mean, they're only
13
one game
straight
up on
games and
Texas
still
and
be in
Oakland.
second place.
Yeah, they're only one game up on Texas and Oakland, so it's all good.
Shoot. All right, so yeah, we'll have more stuff to cover with that like next time, and as well once it gets closer to preseason and stuff like that for the NFL, then we'll go into that. We still can talk about free agency as well next time because there are some still big names in free agency for the NFL that haven't been signed. We'll kind of
That's one of the things I wanted to say. Why the fuck haven't the Packers signed Jarvis Landry?
Or Earl Thomas.
Fuck Earl Thomas. Well, I'm done with that guy. He's terrible. He got arrested. Like, Jesus, dude.
He did.
But no, why is Jarvis Landry still out there as a free agent? Like, the Packers need a receiver. Go sign him. He's not Devontae Adams, but he's damn good.
He could be Devontae Adams.
Yeah, with Aaron Rodgers throwing to him.
He's never had a quarterback to throw the ball, dude.
Right?
Like, in Miami, you had, Tannehill? When Tannehill sucked?
Yeah, Tannehill and Fitzpatrick.
Well, instead of if we can't get OBJ, we'll just go get Landry, make him a Ram.
No,
OBJ's coming back.
We'll see. I'm hoping. I think OBJ's best bet is to be with the Rams because they should just sign him to like a 1-year contract. Be like, yo, you can stay healthy and make it through the season. Then we'll talk about giving you a longer contract. But just sign him to a 1-year deal.
I hope the Rams get a shitty receiver.
What's up?
I hope the Rams just get a shitty receiver. The guy with no hands, can't catch nothing.
Mecole Hardman?
Make it fair for the rest of the NFC, dude. Jesus.
Go get Mecole Hardman.
Like, yeah. I mean, what, you got Cooper Kupp. You got, who's the tight end? Tyler Higbee.
Allen Robinson.
You got Allen Robinson.
Van Jefferson.
And Van Jefferson, yeah, because you got rid of Robert Woods. Van Jefferson, who's a rookie, second season coming in. And now you're going to give me OBJ. Like, what the hell, man? Nah, dude, put me in a Rangers uniform. Let me suit up on game days. Let's make it fair for everybody. I can run a little bit, not long or fast, but I can get places eventually.
Well, the thing is, they'd realize how much you suck, and you'd be open more because they'd go cover Cooper Kupp. And then you'd be like, Stafford, just hit me. I got 10 yards. That's all I got.
Coming at you, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Look out, Los Angeles.
Oh, man. Alrighty. Well, as always, we appreciate everyone. We appreciate the views and the listens. I know it's been a while. We went on a little bit of a hiatus, but we're going to try to come back and do more episodes again. Share on our audio stuff, for Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, share on YouTube, and get the word out. Share it on Facebook, social media, just Twitter, anything you want to share it on, friends, family, let them know to look it up. And as well, as always, we always end with our hashtags. So we're going to do hashtag Earl Thomas still not signed. That poor guy. He could be a Packer, apparently, according to Larry.
Hashtag Earl Thomas
What's
prison
up?
squad. Hashtag Earl Thomas with our prison squad. Free my man Earl Thomas.
They have a pretty good team with Henry Ruggs, Earl Thomas,
Aaron Hernandez.
No, he's dead.
Early 2014.
Then the
Speaking of Aaron Hernandez, hashtag,
hashtag
Florida
30
Gators,
for 30 Florida Gators.
Yeah.
And then the Cooper Cup for MVP never went anywhere, but we'll have to think of a new one to start going.
he got a
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, what do you want, dude? Jesus, he's a Triple Crown winner, Super Bowl MVP. Oh, he was an MVP, dude. What? How many awards y'all need over there? God damn. Get some
That's a quarterback award anyway.
I'm just, hey, just don't
So
be jelly
great.
over there, all right? Just calm down.
Damn, dude.
Hashtag Broncos make the playoffs.
Nope.
Nope. I'm not hashtagging that.
Yeah, totally fine. Hashtag the Raiders at the bottom of the division.
Oh,
Fuck that. I think we're second again this year.
oh, shoot.
Yeah. Don't get the playoffs. We're going third, dude. You give me third place in a playoff spot. It's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
A wild card spot is
Yep.
playoffs. at least you won't have Russell Wilson on the sideline. I've never wanted a tie so bad in my life.
Right?
Oh, gosh. Alrighty, guys. Well,
Fucking
we
Justin
appreciate it.
Herbert.
Love you guys. And until next week, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.
Later.
Oh, my gosh.